morning, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. I'm having the best day ever, and I'm hoping to spread that to you, let you get some of this good energy. I'm so happy. I grabbed my guitar this morning, and I was making up the goofiest songs, having the time of my life, and then I grabbed my Everyday Witch Tarot. When I flipped through that, I can't help but to smile. And one of the cards that stood out to me today was the Five of Cups. And you'll notice the girl, she's kneeling on the beach looking at the three spilt cups on the ground, but right there behind her is two full cups. There's a whole banquet spread out. There's balloons. She's on a beautiful beach, but she's so focused just on the three spilled cups, and it's so easy to get into that trap. For myself, I've fallen into that. I've had some bad things happen to me in this life, but I've had so many more good things, so many more beautiful experiences. But for some reason, it's easy for us just to keep remembering those bad things, and it almost keeps us in a fear like it could happen again, and it lowers our vibration. But we know, the magic of gratitude, right? When we put our focus on all the good things that have happened to us, the good things around us right now, it just raises your frequency, and then invites more good things in. And that's what I want to talk about today, is just focusing on the good. Let's stop looking at those spilt cups. And do you know what I found for myself in life is I'm sitting here really being honest with myself. What I've broken in this life is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Instead of just covering it up like, oh, there was nothing wrong, or, or playing the blame game, well, it was their fault. A good example of this, I don't know if I should tell this, but when I got divorced, for the first year, maybe 2 years, people would ask me, like, what happened? Why did you get a divorce? And the first obvious answer was, well, because she's a bitch, but as I really started to think about it, and started to be honest with myself, there was a lot of things that I did, and I had to take an honest look. Well, I didn't have to take an honest look, because there's a lot of people that won't take an honest look at what they did wrong and shadow aspects in themselves, and they keep repeating the same patterns. They'll get a new relationship, but they'll have the same problems because the same problems are still in them, the same hurts and fears and things passed down from generations. That's how mom and dad did it. Grandma and grandpa did it. Well, were they ever really happy? So we have to sometimes look inside and make changes to ourselves, and that's hard. It's easier to blame them. What's wrong with you? But when we actually look, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my ideas and thinking that need to be changed? And I think back of all the times that I've really broken, some of the most beautiful things have come out of that. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be this happy if I didn't allow myself to break and think, do you know what? I missed it here. I thought wrong here. It's hard for us to admit when we're wrong, especially me. I don't like to be wrong, and I'm sure that's pretty common, but especially with me, and sometimes I just had to admit, boy, I really missed the boat on that one. And in my marriage, I really did miss it in so many areas. I look back, I think, how did she love me at all? But that's okay, because you know what? I've changed those things about myself, and it's good to do that, to allow ourselves to grow and to heal and to even forgive ourselves. I had to forgive my ex-wife for the things that she did, but then I had to forgive myself to admit, I blew it here, here, and here. I was an absolute mess here. I forgive myself. I love myself, and I'm going to move on and do better. And my friends, a healing comes from that, and you just feel good. It gives you hope for the future, like, and I can name many other scenarios, but I don't want to do that. But today, what I found is just feeling good. And of course, I think of Asha 7. We always got to go to Asha. And my friends, some of my notes that I put in here, it's funny, some of these notes I can resonate with now. Others I was struggling with as I was reading this. So, of course, our thoughts and feelings have an electromagnetic reality. What we're vibrating, what we're feeling, it has a reality. We can make form and matter with what we vibrate. We know this. And it says, hold good thought, and by law, good will form. Okay, now here's what I'm having a hard time with. I'll be honest with you, because it's hunting season, and I got all these. I could be funny here, but I'm not going to. Okay, there's a lot of hunters out there right now. And I wrote here in my notes, it says, see the God good in people, in animals, in nature, then the illusion will disappear. Isn't it hard, though, sometimes to see God in people when they're really bugging you, you know? But I wrote this in here, so I know I believe this. You know, it's easy for me to see God in the animals, right? But sometimes it's hard to see God in people. But it's important, because when you look inside past their sin and their things that they're doing that you don't like, but you look into them and see that divine spark in them, and you bring that out. You know, like if you tell a person, you're an asshole, you're a bitch, I don't like you, it brings out more of that, and even in themselves they see that, you know. But when you look in them and say, I see the good in you, I see the God in you, I see love in you, I see that divine spark, you know, even though they might not admit it in front of your face, in their heart of hearts, they're going, yeah, it's in there, you know. It's a reminder to them, and it helps bring out more of that. Of course, Asha 7, it's all about resonance. It says, I know being grateful will bring more things to be grateful for. And this is what we call our gratitude magic, an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude changes your focus. It takes you off the spilt cups and shows you the banquet all around you. My God, when you look up and you see this world, my God, you can go walk through the forest like I did yesterday with the dogs. I was just blown away by the beauty and the smells and the sounds. And no matter where you are, you can find that. You can go to a park if you live in the city, right? You can find a friend or a family member to look into their eyes, to hold their hand, to have that relationship and take your mind off the other relationships that didn't work. Resonance. I know being grateful will bring more things to be grateful for. In my notes again, I have, don't wait for people or events to make you happy. Realize you are joy. That's our nature inside of us. And you change the atmosphere wherever you are. My friends, when we go inside to our true nature, we're love, we're peace, we're joy, we're kind, and we go in there and we start to vibrate that, we change the atmosphere around us. We are atmosphere creators. We rule the air. I am grateful for life. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for friends. I'm grateful for protection. I'm grateful for provision. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about these songs I wrote earlier on my guitar. They're amazing. I wish I could share them with you, but I'm too embarrassed. I'm grateful for peace. I'm grateful for joy. I'm grateful for I live in this. I live in God. My good. My friends, in truth, a perfect creator made a perfect world, and we're tearing down the veils that are keeping our eyes and senses from enjoying it by the frequencies we hold. As we're doing this shadow work, right? We're in Scorpio season. We've been talking about this. That's when we do this shadow work, my friends. We go inside and we think, you know, okay, we know what messed up this relationship. We knew what messed up this job and career opportunity. And now we're working on it to change it for us to vibrate higher. Instead of blaming the boss or the ex or whatever, we're taking responsibility for our vibration. What can we do better? Looking at the shadows in ourselves, not trying to cover up our sins and errors, and we're bringing them to the surface. We're looking at them, we're making it better, we're forgiving ourselves, we're forgiving others, we're vibrating love, because that's how we're going to change the world. I have a whole nother teaching. I think I'll do a different video on that because we're feeling so good right now. I don't want to change that. So my friends, that's the message today. Feel good. And if I could give you some homework, this is it. Watch Hot Rod. When I want to smile, I watch Hot Rod. My God, I love this movie. And it's a joke between me and my son. We always talk about growing mustaches and doing stunts. And this will put a smile on your face. So let's smile today. Love each other. Feel good. Vibrate high. And let's change this world back to Asha. I love you guys so much. We'll see you next time.